Good evening, everyone present over here. We will begin the session in 1 minute. All right, I think so. We are good to start ahead with. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Makarand Ramakant Jena. I am the Business Intelligence Associate at Cloud Counselage Pvt Limited, and also the leading person for IAC member success. And I'm also leading the projects with respect to the internship program, the GPI, which is being conducted over IAC. So today, the reason why we are conducting this meeting is in order to assist you with respect to guiding you about how you can progress ahead with respect to your tasks as far as GPI and industry training certifications and other activities such as webinars or online sessions are concerned. And also, we are conducting group discussions. So we will be beginning with the group discussion shortly, wherein all of us, including our program director, Harshada Topale, our co-founder and CHRO, Ms. Subhishal Dhankar, and our Chief Technology Officer, Mr. Smitesh Shah, will be discussing their perspectives with respect to the points that we will be discussing in today's group discussion. And the reason why we are conducting the group discussion is in order to foster critical thinking skills, to encourage diverse perspectives, to develop the problem solving abilities. And as far as your professional journey is concerned, so group discussion becomes very much important as far as presenting your ideas or brainstorming and in the recruitment process. This group discussion will be very much essential, and and whenever there is about solving a problem, so group discussion helps to enable the real-time knowledge transfer, and the people are coming up with the innovative solutions due to the same. Okay, so I would like to receive a quick thumbs up if we are good to proceed ahead with. Thank you, everyone. Let me just share my screen. Kindly confirm if my screen is visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Thank you, sir. So, this is the topic for today's group discussion, which is upon how products are actually built. Now, the moment we hear this topic, which contains about products, kindly do not worry. We are not expecting that you have to provide some precise solutions. You just have to come up with the ideas. And yes, in this discussion, let me tell you that there is nothing like right or wrong idea or right or wrong point which will be mentioned. There is absolutely no stress about it. Whatever idea you have or the perspective that you want to share, you can share it freely with us. Okay. And this freely able to express your ideas will boost your confidence wherever and whenever it happens that you have to communicate your ideas in order to solve a problem or in order to resolve a query. We have already discussed the reasons, and these are the rules. And whenever we will be discussing a point, we have to raise our hands, and the raising hand reaction and the tool is available on Zoom application. So you will be clicking on that, and by checking up the sequence, we will be calling out the names. And while anyone is speaking or placing their perspective, we will be actively listening to them by staying on mute. And we will avoid divergence from the main topic. We have to avoid diverging from the topic, and we have to stay consistent with respect to discussing about the topic. So here goes the first question with respect to how products are actually built. Why should student teams build a minimum viable product instead of a flawless, fully featured app on day one? Why should student teams build a minimum viable product instead of a flawless, fully featured app on day one? Yes, Harshada ma'am, after you.
Yeah, thanks, Fakran. So, firstly, before we build MVPs, we need to understand what MVPs are. So, as the entire word is the minimum viable product. So it has to have minimum features that need to be deployed. Secondly, it needs to be working and solving the primary pain point of the customer or the user. All right. And the third part of it, which is the product, it should be usable. It should be at a stage where the real users can interact with it, right? So the whole purpose of building a minimum viable product is uh, because when we're trying to build a product, there are a lot of assumptions that we are making about our customer pain points, the assumptions about how they are going to use it, how they're going to interact with it. To test or to validate all of these assumptions, we need to build the MVP, right? And that is the reason we have to ensure that the product is built in such a way that the users understand the spirit of the product or the basic use of the product. Like you have rightly given this example of making a cupcake instead of building a complete wedding cake, which is a massive version of cake, right? We only need to understand if the customers are liking the bake that we have done, whether they are liking the taste of the cake, whether they are liking the way that is presented to them. So these are some fundamental aspects when we are taking an example of a cake, right? Similarly, when it comes to a product, we need to understand whether the product is able to serve the purpose and solve the problem for which it is built. And that is pretty much that we need to look into when we are creating the minimum viable product. All right. So that's why if we are trying to work towards perfecting it, we will lose on the time. And as you guys know that the landscape, may it be the technological landscape or the way the preferences that people have, they change very fast. So if we lose time on trying to perfect the product at the first place, we will lose this time to reach to the customer, right? And that is something that is very important. So that's why I feel that people should start with building minimum viable products and then go into improving and enhancing it. That's it from me, my friend.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, Subhi ma'am, after you.
Yeah, thanks, Makran. So, building on to what Harshada said, if I have to put it in a simple one line, that you need to build an MVP to prove the demand. Then you build the full product after the market proves it that you want the solution. So that is what, in short, if I am to define what an MVP does.
Thank you so much, Subhi ma'am. Thank you so much for providing those valuable points. Um, I guess Harshada ma'am wants to add some more points.
No, Makrand, I forgot to lower my hands.
Okay, no problem. No issues with that. Any other point someone would like to mention with respect to MVP members? All right. I guess we are good to proceed ahead with the next point. So the next question is, how do teams build products in the real world? Why must designers, developers, and marketers work together from the very start rather than in isolation? So, talking with respect to this, so this is basically the collaborative work. So, I would just like to mention few points in order to assist the members uh, to place their thoughts. So, you must be having discussion among the friends. You are making the groups. You collaborate together on various projects or in various initiatives, be it just an informal meeting or whether you have to set up a party or whether you have to deliver a presentation. So while you are collaborating, a few suppose you are going to deliver a presentation. So one guy will be researching and providing the points. Another one will be working on designing the presentation, and the remaining members will be preparing themselves for handling the questions or handling the queries. So towards this, you can think about this. Yes, Smitish, sir, after you.
Yeah. So I think everybody will be having tea and coffee, or at least something in the morning. Uh, I don't think you can. You have to boil. If you are having tea, then you have to boil the tea, put water, put sugar, put masala, and then the milk. If you're having tea with milk and black tea. So if you see, even nature is telling that you have to collaborate. Without your collaboration, things will not work. Same thing holds for coffee. So a simple natural example is collaboration is the key. But then in today's world, there will be a radical question coming: is AI is doing everything for me? Because we also at the other end say that with a one-man army, AI can develop everything. But what is required is, even when you develop a product, you need to sell the product. So we need the other customer to be there. So looking at two extreme examples, I just wanted to tell you that nature is also saying that collaboration is the key. Even with the AI world or in the traditional world where you had to add a requirement, you had a business analyst, then a developer, then a QA tester, then a go-to-market strategy, which AI can do everything. But at the end of the day, you need a customer to sell the product. So the key message here is that you need to have teamwork, collaborative effort, and also, if you see in multiple startup companies, there'll be multiple co-founders. They are not only one co-founders. What happens is one co-founder and the other co-founder meet together and have complementary skills to ensure that they become successful. So this is what I am just trying to bring you real life examples. And if I have to give you actual examples with respect to what was there, then let's take Zomato. Zomato succeeded because technology, customer experience, everything worked together. Because if you see Zomato, why it's easy, or if you look at Ola and Uber, what have they done? They are not having any of the products for themselves, but they have looked at the market, they have collaborated. So you are seeing a customer experience, but behind it is a big technology thing. There is also a marketing team. So all of this is built for the customer trust. Because if I always say in my career life that I can build a castle sitting in a AC conference room, but if my sales guy is not able to sell that product, which is not the customer's need, then that product has no meaning for me. So these are classic examples which are there where collaboration becomes very key. And at the end of the day, everything has to be customer centered. Yeah, that was mine.
Thank you so much, Smitish, sir, for providing those valuable inputs. Yes, Subhi ma'am, after you.
So Smitesh has beautifully explained why collaboration needs to exist, and even nature says why collaboration is essential. Now let me take the other aspect of it. If we are not collaborating and working in silos, what are the possibilities? So one possibility is that there can be duplication of work. Then we will discover problems maybe too late, and there will be slow delivery, and the final product would not be meeting the user expectations because none of them had a clear picture, a full picture. So when you would be working in a team, right, you will get an entire picture and you'll be able to provide a more complete solution.
Thank you so much, Subhi ma'am, for providing those valuable points. Yes, Harshada ma'am, after you.
Yeah, so in real world, when we are trying to build a product, it's not just that we have to work on the technological aspect of it, or there's not just one aspect of the product, right? As Smitesh rightly mentioned, that you need to do everything and everyone needs to bring in their own expertise. So, for example, if we're trying to build a product, we need to start with understanding the problem or the pain point of the customer, then work on the features that we want to add in, build the product. Then again, you have to create awareness about the product so that the individual understands that that product is solving some problem for them. Further, once they have purchased the product, then we also have to have engagement with them, solve any of their queries or problems that are associated with using the product. So that entire life cycle of the customer journey, right from understanding their pain point to creating the awareness to delivering the product benefits, and then getting the customer advocacy as well. That's been like the word of mouth or the promotions by the customers itself. So we have to take care of this entire journey. And while we have to look at this entire journey, as Smitesh and Subhi mentioned, that everyone brings in their expertise, right? And that is what is required. Again, though we have AI and all of those aspects, but talking to the customers, understanding their needs, understanding their pain points, even while using the product, is something that we would be able to do as a team together. Because the intelligence part, the artificial intelligence is of course there, but the human intelligence can do a lot of innovations and bring in a lot of techniques and understand the emotions of the customers as well. That is where we are different from the artificial intelligence part. And every individual has a different background that they come from. May it be academics, may it be family background, or may it be their professional background. They will bring in that to contribute and make the product better. That is why working in teams is really important, and that's how building the product or a robust product would happen. That's my perspective.
Just one last thing. If you want to clap hands, you need two hands. If you want to listen, you need two ears. If you want to chatter, you have one mouth. But they always say that think before you speak. So I think even nature has given you a way of collaborating. Yeah. So I like to take very drastic examples, but just bringing an analogy of real life example and what nature has given us.
Thank you so much, Harshada ma'am and Smitesh sir, for bringing those perspectives. Those were quite insightful. We would like to hear other perspectives from the members. Is there any other point that anyone would like to discuss?
I would just like to urge one thing to all the attendees, that this is our opportunity to know you guys, also to know you guys how you think, because all of these activities that we are doing as part of GPI is predominantly also helping us to offer PPOs to the students or to the interns for the future as well. So please participate and engage with us so that we can know you guys also better, how you guys approach problems, how you guys uh, work in teams as well. So that will be really helpful for us as well as for you guys. Of course, you guys get all the benefits that Makran mentioned. So please share your views, even if it's a small point. Please feel free to put across that.
And even if what we have explained is repetitive, please we urge you to be part of the group discussion. If you are comfortable, speak up, which is a good way to do. If you are not comfortable, at least put your points in the chat. That way, you will also collaborate much better. This is not a one-way session because we as a team do a lot of internal sessions. The sessions are for a collaboration and to know you better.
Absolutely. And again, this is not an exam. So you can very well during the session is on, look into Google, come up with some points, come up with some examples that will really help you to, put across things properly as well. Even if you have now also any points, please, even for the initial, the earlier slide also, that should.
Thank you so much, ma'am and sir, for informing others to provide their points.
Yeah, I'd also like to add another perspective for all the participants here. Is that, when you will be appearing for an interview, right? So you're expected to actually speak and put forward your perspective. So obviously your project works will be useful, but how you communicate, how you put across your perspectives and points is going to matter much more.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The ones who would like to provide their points can raise their hands. Okay, no worries. We will move ahead with the next point. So here is another question, yet this is a very interesting one. What are the most common beginner mistakes any individual makes when, just a moment. Excuse me. What are the most common beginner mistakes any individual makes when launching a product? And why is adding too many features a dangerous trap? So, towards this example, what you can think about is for the members, um, as far as a small object is concerned, considering a pen or an eraser or be it a pencil. So if there are additional features added or additional tools are added to that, we must have experienced that it becomes a bit heavy. Of course, the members do use to write or mention certain things, but definitely it must have become heavier. And if the object is simple to use, then there is no brainer to use that, and there is no inconvenience faced. So, in the similar way, if you have observed certain instances, so you can put your perspectives about the same. Yes, Smitesh, sir, after you.
Yeah, so I like to do a quote. Done. Word done, D-O-N-E. Done is better than being perfect. What it means is, uh, if you want to swim, you you jump into the water and then only learn to swim. And if you know people who have been in their hometowns, they always used to visit during the summer seasons to their uncle's place and all, where they have to dive in the water and do it. And even, at least I'm talking of my generation, where we were there, when you used to fall, our parents never used to come to pick us up because that's where you learn, fall and learn faster. So there is always a beginning. So the way in today's world happens is, again, giving an analogy of the software development lifecycle. Previously, we used to do a waterfall model, but now it's a Scrum and Agile model. So what you do is build fast, test fast, fail fast, succeed fast. This is a mantra which is always going to be there. So as when you start, you don't need to build all the features. You keep on adding the feature, but always remember that you need not invent a product. As long as you are able to solve a problem, a real life problem, a mass problem, that will be useful. So look at customer as the center of the spectrum and try to solve a problem. Giving you an Indian example, everybody knows Paytm. Paytm started as a mobile recharge, and then that's when it expanded into payments, banking, and everything. Same thing for Snapchat. Youngsters use Snapchat. So Snapchat had initially focused mainly on disappearing message, one simple problem. So what the message is, the biggest startup mistake is trying to build everything at once. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much, sir, for providing those valuable insights. I would like to know from the members if there are any other points that they would like to mention. Yes, Venkatesh, please proceed ahead. After Venkatesh, we will be moving ahead with Sonali. Please proceed ahead, Venkatesh.
Yes. So the project ad, as the Smithy said, that the uh, firstly that came in the picture in the before era, like the waterfall model, and now we are most of the teams that in the companies that working on the agile model right now. So the build is happen mainly with that the in the if we are using the Java, then most of the times we are using the Maven. So by using Maven, that we are building the applications, and the issue comes in sometimes that like the feature is added, but the sometimes that there is a missing parts in the configuration side, like there is a technical glitch in the sometimes that the configuration is not properly working, or connection is missing, or security issue there happen. So like these are the common mistakes that the we are doing in the, when we are launching the products. And sometimes tags are also important, that if there is in the like testing is properly is not passing, then it's affect on the production. Like so that time we need to do the rollback, and we need to go with the previous version, like by using blue green deployment, or uh, temporary, like whatever that the deployment that we can use it there. So that there will be the plan B for the build whenever we are doing. So rollback will be there, should be there, like that. So that I wanted to uh, light on this topic right now.
Yeah, that were good points.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Venkatesh, for providing those good insights. Uh, I guess there was Sonali. Sonali, you may mention your points. You can unmute yourself and provide your perspective after you.
Hello, hi everyone. I just want to say in simple words that don't try to create a perfect all in one product. So start doing simple thing, a problem, solve the problem effectively, then and improve yourself gradually. Means many startup can start in that way. There will be lack of fail because of lack of ideas, but don't stop because of they try to build everything at once instead of validating one strong solution first. So first of all you will get some failures, but we will improve and doing that thing gradually. So that's it. Thank you.
Those were good points, Sonali. Thank you so much.
I'd just like to add on
Yes, sir.
Venkatesh's point. Venkatesh mentioned a point. So I'll again go back to the life cycle and where collaboration is required. Assume there is a front end developer who is working on a UI UX. Customer says this field is missing. He adds that field, but doesn't inform the middleware team or the database team. Naturally, when this rollout is happening, then if the QA testing is not properly done, front end I will capture, but it will give an error, not to store anywhere. So very simple example of where uh, building product and collaboration gets linked to each
Exactly, Smitish.
other.
Thank you so much, Smitesh, sir, for bringing that perspective. Yes, Harshada ma'am, after you.
See, the bottom line is when we are trying to build a product, we must try to solve the problem. We should be in love of the problem and not in love of the solution, right? There could be multiple solutions for one problem. We need to clearly understand the problem and then solve that. So try we can solve it in the simplest manner in which we can solve it is actually the MVP, and that's what we should build first, and see whether that product that we have built is actually solving the problem for the customers or not, right? So that is the I'm just trying to summarize everything so that we prepare ourselves for working in that direction.
Thank you so much, Harshita ma'am, for providing that insight. Um, Now I think so we can proceed ahead towards the next point, next question, which will be the concluding one. Okay, so looking at real startup examples, how did now famous tech companies launch their very first rough versions and what does that teach us about scaling? Yes, Subhi ma'am, after you.
So today, when we are looking at successful startups, we are usually looking at the finished products. Take example of Amazon, Oyo, Facebook, Airbnb, or Uber. They are all global success stories. So what we don't really see is the first rough versions, the experiments, the mistakes, the failures, and the pivots that they did. And that's like one of the biggest entrepreneur lessons that we can learn. So every successful startup had started small, they were messy and they were imperfect. Now let me take example of Facebook. So most people know today Facebook as the social media giant that they are, but it was not what it had started with. So Mark Zuckerberg first created a project called as Face Mash. So it was like a hot or not style website where students could compare photos of Harvard students. It was a controversial project and eventually it was shut down. But what Mark learned something very important from this is that people love connecting and interacting online. So that led him to find the Facebook, so which was initially nothing but the digital yearbook for the Harvard students. And it was not for the world as we see today, and not for the millions of users, just one universities. So this is one of the examples like how eventually you can become one of the largest technology companies in the world. And the lesson over here is that Facebook also didn't start at Facebook. It started as a small experiment. Now let's take example of Amazon. Today at Amazon, I think most of us must be ordering from Amazon. They sell almost everything imaginable. But when Jeff Bezos had started Amazon, it was only for books, not electronics, not groceries, not cloud services, only books. So at that time, he focused on solving one problem before he expanded into multiple categories. Now, another example, if we are to look at an Indian example, is that of Oyo. So it didn't start by becoming a global hospitality brand that is today. It's solved a single problem, a very simple problem. It made budget hotels more standardized, more predictable for travelers. And once the model worked for him and when the customers saw values, that is when Oyo decided to scale. Now let's look at opposite example. If you scale too fast, so there's a famous example of WeWork. I think most of you must be aware it's a co-working space. So it had tremendous potential. So company expanded very aggressively before strengthening its business fundamentals, the business model, which is very important for every entrepreneur. So, one very important key takeaway that most of us should understand is that growth will not always solve problems. So, if your foundation is weak, if your business model is weak, and if you scale at that stage, then all your weaknesses will also become bigger. So, please ensure that your foundation is strong before you scale. That's the reason, coming back to the initial topic, always start with your MVP, keep your foundation very strong, and once you know that you have perfected that model, then you should start scaling. That's it from me.
Those were great, insightful points. Thank you so much, Subhi ma'am. And additionally, yes, I think so. Harshana ma'am has also perspective to share. Yes, ma'am, after you.
Yeah, so just one quick point. We'll always hear that, 9 out of 10 startups failing. One of the major reasons is also this, that they try to scale up very fast. And that is, one of the reasons why they fail also. So, we need to grow organically, take step by step, scale step by step based on the feedbacks received by the customers. So, from the customers, rather. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for providing that valuable insight. I would like to confirm if any other member present in this meeting would like to provide any other perspective if they want to. All right. I guess we are good to conclude the discussion. That was a great discussion indeed. Thank you so much, everyone, to provide the insightful points. Thank you so much, Subhi ma'am, Harshada ma'am, Smitesh sir, for providing those valuable insights and great examples. We will be providing the summary regarding the same by next week. Now, coming to how products are actually built, this topic. So, with respect to this, we had a great discussion today. Now, we are going to provide you another opportunity wherein you will learn about this practically, and that will cover the in-depth ideas, and the brainstorming will be happening in that session. This is the one. We discussed today how products are actually built, okay, and we discussed how we must identify the problems and we must proceed ahead towards building a minimum viable product. And once that model is precise and accurate for assisting others in solving their problems, then we can move ahead towards scaling that particular system, or we can say scaling that product. So how you can do that, how you can identify the problems, and how you can build the prototypes. Problem to prototype, a live startup simulation webinar will be conducted tomorrow, that is 6th June at 6:30 p.m. You are having the QR code in front of you. We would urge everyone to kindly scan this QR code, make the registration, and after the registration is confirmed by you, kindly note that you will be able to access or join this webinar through My Sessions tab given in IAC. In IAC, under My Sessions, you can go to Upcoming option. After clicking on Upcoming option, you will get to see this webinar titled as Problem to Prototype, a Live Startup Simulation. It is going to be the most important and extremely exciting one, as we will be having our Chief Technology Officer, Mr. Smitesh Shah, and our Chief Artificial Intelligence Officer, Dr. Sudhin Baraukar, who will be providing the valuable insights, and also a live demonstration also will be conducted. Kindly scan the QR code and make the registration. Yes, Subhi ma'am, after you.
I'd just like to add one point to all the participants over here regarding, why we are choosing the GD topics that we are choosing. Because, you not all of you might be here to build startups, right? Many of you are here to build your successful careers, but the learnings that we are giving from these GD topics is going to be relevant to you as well, because even to build successful careers, you have to experiment, learn, adapt, and grow. So that's the reason why we're choosing these topics, and they're extremely relevant to you, and you guys need to participate much more in these topics.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing that important message. And we really hope that the participants will take maximum advantage and learnings from the sessions that we are delivering through IAC, of course. Now, in addition to this webinar, we are also providing you an opportunity wherein either you can move ahead towards building the solutions, or you can proceed ahead towards designing the solutions. So here is another opportunity. So here we have the opportunities for you. Those who want to design the solutions can scan the QR code given, and the ones who want to build the solutions can scan the QR code given on the either side. You can choose your side before this page is getting closed, before it's too late. Yes, Smitesh sir, after you.
Okay, so I'll talk about this page. We just talked about MVP, we talked about everything. Today you are doing the course of GPI, where you are building products. That's why you are part of this session. But we are also having an opportunity for you to go beyond and utilize your vacation in a better way. Now your question would be, what is Ideathon? Ideathon is giving ideas. And what is Hackathon? Hackathon is building MVP, what we just discussed in last 15 minutes. So we are giving you a free opportunity to be part of this session, because I don't think any other company really provides a free platform for you to collaborate. Again, we are bringing 4 points here. One, you bring your ideas. By the time you're out of college, you may have a working prototype. Second is, it's not necessary to become a entrepreneur. There is something called as entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is while you are working also, you don't want to take a risk of starting your own startup, but you can be a key differentiator and a key person in a company where you are going to work or you are working, by not asking somebody to give what is my work, but by taking an idea and telling where the company will head if you do a particular idea and give that. So these two sessions are really a way to collaborate. Uh, you'll also find peers whom which you can collaborate. Maybe you will get a complementary skill. You are good at technical, you will get a complementary skill where somebody is good at business knowledge, or vice versa. If you have a good idea, you will find somebody whom you can complement and work on the MVP. So this is where we are bringing that platform to bring you together. If and you can join the session tomorrow. We are having a live prototype. We already built the AI super app. We are going to give a demo of the live super app. Today was only a snippet. Tomorrow we are having a 1.5 hour session. This is the third series of part of our webinars, and more will continue. So we are as Cloud Counselage and IAC, we are giving the platform for budding entrepreneurs to become. And I would just urge one thing: college is the least place where you will fail. You don't have anything to lose, but you have all the time in the world to fail and start. And maybe the moment you come out of college or during where you are in the college, one idea may click and you will get collaboration. So that's what I just want to bring across.
Thank you, Smitesh sir, for providing that valuable insight and sharing the message across. Yes, Harshada ma'am, after you.
Yeah, a quick point. There might be many people who have not participated in Ideathon or Hackathon earlier, or do not understand what it is. Then take this opportunity to know about these sort of competitions, because there are many opportunities that you get through these competitions. And because the one that is happening through the IAC, IAC Ideathon, IAC DTI Ideathon, and IAC DTI Hackathon, we have step by step guidance for you to participate in this particular competition. So it's not that you are left on your own. There are templates which are provided to you, there are ways, there are instructions which will help you to think in that particular direction, whether you are participating in Ideathon or whether you are participating in Hackathon, which is going to make it very easy for you to deliver on the things that are expected from you as part of this competition. Okay, so this can be your starting point, where you learn how to participate in this sort of activities. You learn what is expected from you when you participate in such organizations, and you also learn how to deliver in these competitions. All right, so take this as an opportunity. It is as much as it is a competition, it is also a learning opportunity for you guys. That's it from me, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Harshada ma'am, for sharing that valuable message across. And we are hoping for great interactive sessions, and we are also hoping great number of participation from all the participants. All right, so now moving ahead, if any one of you is having query with respect to IAC or the internship program, live projects, and even if about the webinars, you can ask. Yes, Smitish sir, after you.
Yeah, Subham had a query. I think Vinit has already responded to this on the chat.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vineet. Yes, Mukhtar, after you. You can unmute yourself and provide your points, or you can discuss your query.
I have a question about life project. I choose stream web development. So I have a question. You are give us topic and other we selected by ourselves topic on web development.
Yeah, so Mukhtar, basically the domains are containing the problem statements. Okay, so basically, as far as selecting the domain and problem statement is concerned, so problem statement is given within the domain upon which you have to design the solution. However, you can select the domain as per your convenience and as per your choice, as per your preference.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. All right, guys. So just a quick heads up. So the ones who have missed um, registering for tomorrow's webinar can find the registration link given in the chat. And once you have registered, kindly just give an acknowledgement on the chat. Thanks, Shubham. We like that approach. Okay, thanks, Viraj. Thanks, Vedant. Thanks, Tanmay, for that affirmative response. Okay, the ones who have made the registration for tomorrow's webinar, kindly provide your responses either on the chat or provide a simple thumbs up over here so that we can confirm that you guys have made the registration. Thanks, Rashid. Thanks, Arun. Yes, ma'am. After you, I guess you wanted to mention something.
Yeah, Mukrit, so I just wanted to check, while everyone is registering, because we want more and more participation in the group discussions, right? Whoever are part of this meeting, we want them to speak up. So, is there anything, guys, you can tell us if you feel that we could do something that will enable you or empower you to participate properly in the session? Or make you comfortable to share your views? If there's anything, you can type it in the chat or you can unmute, because I think we are already sharing the topics ahead of the uh, session. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Makran. Right?
Yes,
So,
ma'am. We are.
does that allow you enough of time or anything that you guys would want to suggest, which will help us to get you guys to participate more? Because we genuinely want you guys to be successful when you guys are, you guys finish your internship and then get into organizations or be part of Cloud Counselage on a long term basis also. So, please help us to help you guys. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Additionally, I wanted to mention that you guys can feel free to discuss and provide us the feedback upon the same. And even if it is like you are having the interaction in group for the first time, even that is fine. Or if there is something other point or any other concern that you would like to share with us, please feel free to do so so that we can help you out in your professional journey.
Yeah, and one more thing, language is not a barrier. आपको इंग्लिश में बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, कोई भी लैंग्वेज में बात कीजिए. अगर हमको नहीं समझता है तो हम आपको बताएंगे. So please be open enough to speak in any language. लैंग्वेज बैरियर नहीं है, दिमाग खोलना बैरियर है, कोलैबोरेशन करना बैरियर है. व्हेन हर्षदा आपको बता रही है कि वी आर देयर हियर, अगेन कोलैबोरेशन है. आप जीपीआई में आए हो, इट्स अ कोलैबोरेशन. आप कुछ प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हो, जैसे आज शुभम का कोई डाउट था, विनीत ने आंसर किया. अगेन इट्स अ कोलैबोरेशन. वी आर नॉट सेइंग वी आर हियर टू हेल्प यू. We are here to make everybody's life better, build a better customer service product so that we all collaborate and succeed. So I would like to bring that as a message.
Thank you so much, sir. So, guys, when we will meet next time for this weekly meeting, we would not just expect, but also we would love to collaborate with you in group discussion to share your ideas, to understand your perspective. And yes, even if it is in any language, there is absolutely no stress. And additionally, I would like to confirm if there is anyone who would like to discuss any query. And additionally, we would like to mention if anyone would like to showcase their project or demonstrate their project that they have designed based on the problem statement given in the domain for GPI, can raise their hand and inform us about the same. Okay, no worries. If there are any other additional queries, if you want to mention, kindly ask by unmuting yourself, or else you can also drop a message in the group chat. If others are not having any queries, the ones who are not having any queries can feel free to drop off. And we will be meeting you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Thank you so much, Venkatesh. Thank you so much, Dhairyashil.
Thanks, Makran.
You're welcome, ma'am. One more quick information I would like to share with everyone present over here. So the ones who are progressing ahead with completing, or I can say working upon the live project given in the based on the problem statement given in GPI domain. Okay, most of you would be working upon completing the workflow of global professional internship. So we are additionally sharing the feedback form as well. Feedback form will be accessible in the feed section of IAC. Okay. And additionally, you will, the ones who have not yet registered for tomorrow's webinar can register for tomorrow's webinar as well. Registration link has been shared along with the photo on the feed section. And feedback form also will be shared with you with respect to the GPI workflow. So you can feel free to discuss about what things you liked, what things were there which you found to be like you want some other enhancements or some improvements are required, you can feel free to provide your feedbacks. So all of those things will be available in the feed section. Kindly do not miss that. ओके मुख्तार, आप बता सकते हो कि आपको कहाँ पर डाउट आ रहा है? यू कैन डिस्कस योर डाउट.
Sir, in web development stream, I had not confirmed what is topic on I create a website.
Okay. We have the mentor present over here, the industry mentor, or I can say the domain lead. Vineet Christopher is the industry mentor for the same. Vineet, would you like to take that query ahead and assist in resolving that, as Mukhtar wants the resolution for the same?
Yeah, sure, Makram. Mukhtar, you can start with the GPA workflow. So once the chapters are completed, you will get to know the problem statement where you will get the PPT. So there the problem statement is clearly mentioned. For you, I will explain the process once. So you need to create a website where the user can search for the colleges all over the India, and they can get the college details like some of the examples, phone number, fee structure, like those details. So that is your own choice. You can integrate a lot of functionalities. But for the problem statement, you can start with the GP workflow, and while following along, you will get the problem statement. And also there is a deliverables that you need to follow while doing the solution for the problem statement. Makran, if I missed something, you can please gain more.
उत्तर आपको समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
तो कहना ये चाहते हैं कि वेबसाइट ऐसी बनानी है जहां कॉलेज के बारे में सब ढूंढ सकते, मल्टीपल
Oh,
कॉलेज, जो
okay, sir.
विनीत ने समझाया. ठीक है. और अगर आपको कभी भी कोई भी डाउट है तो यू नीड नॉट वेट फॉर दिस सेशन. जो हमारा आईएससी प्लेटफॉर्म है वहां भी आप क्वेरी लिख सकते हो, तो हमारे जो लीड्स हैं वो आपको वहां भी दे देंगे. तो आपको पूरा एक हफ्ता वेट करने की जरूरत नहीं. जैसे आज आपको एक्सप्लेन किया, अभी मंडे ट्यूसडे आपको अलग से वापस डाउट आ रहा है तो आप वहां जाके चैट में वहां डाल सकते हो और वहां से हमारा टीम चेक करके आपको रिस्पॉन्ड. ठीक है.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Smitesh sir and Vineet, for assisting in resolving the query. As far as putting your messages are concerned or asking your queries are concerned, so we are having the messages tab in IAC, wherein you can go in IAC community chat room and you can ask your queries over there. Once the query is received, our team of domain leads, or we can say the team of industry mentors, will be checking upon the same and they will assist in resolving those queries. And Mukhtar, additionally, of course, Vineet has mentioned all the instructions clearly. And in case you want to understand about the process, so we have the GPI induction session video uploaded over the YouTube. Okay. And additionally, you can access the webinar library, the 15th April pre-internship talk and the induction session which was there and which is present in webinar library. So even that video you can access and simultaneously you can access the IAC platform. आप उस वीडियो को देखते हुए IAC प्लेटफॉर्म को एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. आपके जो प्रोसेस को लेकर के भी अगर डाउट्स है तो वो भी आपके क्लियर हो जाएंगे.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. All right, guys, I think so. We are good to close. If there are no other queries, you guys can feel free to drop off. We will meet tomorrow, and for the next discussion, we will provide the updates on the feed along with the summary by next week. And we will meet again on Friday at 5 p.m. And tomorrow also we are meeting at 6:30. So thank you so much, everyone.